Yes, yes, fight fans, body and mind, sports, my people. You are fully appreciated in this round, my guys. I just want to give my review of the rest of the fights on the Last Crescendo fight card that is done and dusted now. It delivered 100%. Delivered, but I've done my review already on three fights. Go and catch that video after you finish watching this, my guys. A share, a like, a subscription would be great for the channel, my guys, my people. The fights I've spoken about already have been Ortiz versus Madrimov, Callum Smith versus Boatsi, and Ijikabeyo versus Zhile Zhang. But in this video, I will be talking about the rest of the fights on the cards. 4 fights exactly. You will know which fights those are as I talk. They will come up somewhere along my conversation, my guys, my people. But yeah, having said that, let's get right into it. The first fight I want to start with, Sheeraz versus Adames. What an atrocious scorecard, my guys, my people. What an atrocious scorecard. A split decision draw. A split decision draw. It looks like somebody's really trying hard to save Sheeraz's career. Shore him up. Someone's really trying hard to shore him up because he blatantly lost. I predicted he would lose via stoppage actually. So he did one better, but he should have lost via unanimous decision, I reckon, because he did absolutely nothing in this fight, my guys, my people. Adames, who actually faced issues trying to get into Saudi Arabia, he was stopped at the airport and was not allowed to come into the country for no apparent reason at all, but to delay him. My guys. They let his entourage through. They didn't let him through, my guys, my people. So obvious plans there to try to power every advantage for Sheeraz in his favor. Try to power every advantage in Sheeraz's favor just to delay Adames's time, have him not settled properly, my guys, my people. So they've already tried to mess him up. But this scorecard is so suspicious, very, very suspicious. Wow. Hamza Sheeraz, who's actually an ambassador for the Riyadh season. So is this an ambassador special treatment, sort of a favor? Because if it is, or even if it's not looking great for Riyadh season going forward. It doesn't instill confidence in fighters. One fighter in particular, Gervonta Tank Davis, who thinks that he will not get a fair shake versus one particular fighter, Devin the Dream Haney, on a Riyadh season card. Why? Because Devin the Dream Haney happens to be Turki Al Sheikh's one of his favorite fighters, my guys, my people, amongst other favorite fighters as well. We know Fury is one of Turkey's favorite fighters, and we know Crawford is one of Turkey's favorite fighters, my guys, my people. And I have to say, based on what Gervonta Tank Davis says, so far it has not been proven conclusively that Turki Al Sheikh's relationship with fighters actually influences the scorecards. It didn't do that in Fury versus Usyk, and Turkey wanted Fury to win. Well, he lost. It didn't transpire in who else's fight. We had and we also know that Bivol is one of Turki Al Sheikh's favorite fighters. And in the first fight with Bivol and Beterbiev, where most people thought that Bivol won, Turki Al Sheikh himself too thought that Bivol won. Well, Turki Al Sheikh's favoritism there did not influence the cards, my guys, my people. Yeah. So far there's not conclusive proof that any fighters that are favorites to Riyadh season actually there's a bias towards him. So this is not going to look good going forward. Getting bad decisions like this, clear wins, clear wins, a clear win for Adamis given to Sheeraz. This is not a good look at all going forward. But the fight itself, Sheeraz didn't do anything, didn't let his hands go enough, and that was what made him lose the fight. He was fighting good off the back foot on the outside, where he could have used his natural longer reach and height to his advantage. So he had every opportunity to let his hands go. When he did, he was effective, but very far and few in between. Also, the jab he was using was effective when he used it, but very far and few in between. He seemed very cautious of Adamis's speed, his power, Adamis's combination punching ability. So not very easy to predict, my guys, his combination punching that he was throwing and on the night. A good variety, going both to the body and head, and coming forward constantly, not allowing Sheeraz to rest, and also adopting great movement of his upper torso. His head movement especially was great on the night, so it wasn't too easy for Sheeraz to pin down. And these, I think, were the difficulties Sheeraz faced on the night, possibly due to inexperience. He's never fought at world level. The best fighter that he has faced so far in his career has been Amon Williams. You cannot compare Amon Williams to Adamis, my guys, who is a champion. So he does well to retain his WBC championship on the night. But they tried daily to take it away from him, though. They tried to take it away from him. But I'm just glad that he gets to retain his titleage, my guys, my people. That being said, let's move on to the next one. We have Parker versus Bakole. Bakole, who stood in for Daniel Dubois, my guys, my people, to face Parker. Bakole didn't arrive in Saudi Arabia until the early hours of fight night of the day that they were supposed to fight. So he arrived in Saudi Arabia possibly between 1 in the morning and 2, 1 in the morning and 2, maybe 3. That's AM I'm talking about, my guys. Did he even get time to rest? We know he missed the weigh-ins, and when they did the unofficial weigh-in for him, he actually weighed in at 315 pounds, my guys, my people. So way above his optimum for best performance. We had Spencer Brown, I'm talking about, is being in camp for the last 8 weeks. No, he hasn't. Obviously, Ben Shalom was correct to say that he has not been in camp. So he has not been working out at all. He's just been bloating up, getting big. His last time he was in the ring, he weighed 185 pounds or something like that. And I thought he might come in at that size, especially that he was so up for taking this fight. And I thought Parker taking it was a risk. I thought it was a huge risk. It turned out to work out in his favor, my guys, my people. But whoever advised Bakole to take this fight, man, bad advice. And Bakole himself, if he pushed himself into the fight, then he needs to question his decisions, his future decisions, before he goes ahead with it, because this was not a good decision at all. But I would say, though, in that second round there, where he got dropped, the first round, I didn't know who to give it to. It was neither here or there, but they were both going at each other and they both landed their punches. But in the second round, Bakole was starting to take over. He was starting to take over just before he got dropped. And I did say, be careful of Joseph Parker. He's got a sneaky overhand right, my guys, my people. Well, that was the shot he landed that dropped Bakole. But what surprised me even more is that when Bakole recovered from that shot, you had Billy Nelson instantly throwing in the towel, my guys, my people. But Bakole had made the count in 8 and looking like his eyes were clear, my guys. Why not let him continue? If you had enough faith in him that he would win this fight, having taken it on 2 days late notice, you should have had enough faith in him to know that he could have had more than a fair chance to go on and win this fight, even after being dropped, because he was taking over the fight before he got dropped. Why did they not allow it to go on? I have one clear reason, and that is Bakole has a fight coming up with Efe Ejagba in May. And it's an IBF eliminator, my guys, my people. So an opportunity to be mandatory to the IBF title holder, who is still, of course, Daniel Dubois. Yeah, so they'll possibly saving Bakole for that occasion. You know, didn't want him to take much punishment, and ultimately didn't want him to take a bad loss. But this is a bad loss because now the aura of Bakole, no one is gonna but I mean, he's like, the aura of him is out the window now. It's out the window. Who's gonna be shook to fight Bakole now? But if they had let him fight and he was able to pull back especially if you pulled back right in the next round and just took over, people would have been even more shook of him. Because that would have showed, look, you can drop him, but that don't mean the end of it, innit? You still got you still have to face him when he gets up. So yeah, that was a very bad stoppage for Bakole. And his purse for that fight was 400 and something thousand. He got 3 times less than Joseph Parker, who got 1.5 million or something like that. So yeah, man, they didn't look after him well at all. Didn't look after him well at all for all the chances, all the trouble that he went through. Bakole, like, you need to control your career a little bit better. It's not every carrot you need to jump at. Assess the situation going forward and look after your weight. Look after your weight. No way an athlete, a professional athlete, should be walking around nowhere near his optimum weight and far beyond the weight of obesity. The man was obese on the night. There's nothing more I can say, my guys, my people. On that note, let's move on to the next one. This was the penultimate. Was this the penultimate fight? No, it wasn't. That was Bakole versus Parker. But I think this was the third fight on the card. Shakur Stevenson versus Josh Padley, who stepped in for Floyd Schofield, who withdrew from the fight with Shakur. Shakur did everything that you would expect in this fight, and that is what he always does. It takes time with his fighters. He treats them like onions, where he peels them layer by layer by layer until he sees who they really are as a fighter, my guys. So you will test their focus, their will, their stamina, and ultimately test whether they can stand in there with him or not. Once he realizes they can't stand in there with him, then he would methodically start to dismantle them, and he wouldn't do it forcefully. He wouldn't do it forcefully. If you can withstand the dismantling and endure through the fight and make it to the 12th round, hey, great for you. He's not going to rush the work. He's gonna allow the stoppage to come when it comes, and that's what he did in this fight, my guys, my people. But I'll say by fifth round, Josh Padley was already not in a fight for me. He'd opted to stand with Shakur Stevenson and box. Who are you boxing? Shakur, you better take what you can. You better take what you can. It's your only opportunity, you know. But he decided that he would stand and box, and he got outboxed in the situation, my guys, my people. Simple. And got outboxed, got dropped 3 times before getting stopped in round 9. I was saying in the follow-up to this video, in my predictions, that if Shakur Stevenson doesn't stop Padley, then there will be question marks raised again concerning his offense, my guys, and his ability to please fans. So it didn't exactly drop Padley in the 7th round as I had wanted, but he showed us that man, he says he's the best in the world. I can't argue much the way he did it on the night, my guys. Round 9, not bad at all. Give the kid a break, my guys, my people. He's just great. He is just great, my guys, my people. I wonder if Tank Davis we still want that fight. Let me not go there, my guys. Let me not go there. It's a great win for Shakur Stevenson. But now it's time to talk about the main event of the night. We had Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. Beterbiev was the undisputed champion at 175 pounds. That is the light heavyweight division. He held that title after beating Dmitry Bivol on the night when they first contested for that status there, my guys, my people. The first fight surrounded by controversy. A lot of people thought Bivol won. I thought Beterbiev won, but on reviewing the fight, you know, time and time again, later on, I could build a very strong case for Bivol actually winning that first fight, but still just not very clear to me. It was a very close fight. I still kind of edged towards Beterbiev. But in this fight here, this second one, what can we say? Both fighters came in there wanting to do more of what they did the last time. But who actually was successful in doing that? Of course, Dmitry Bivol. No question about it, my guys. Dmitry Bivol, in the last fight, he was running around a lot, panic fighting, it looked like most of the time in the fight, you know. But in this time, he had more control, was more measured in his work, and just more focused, just not panicking too much. Still focused on defense as he was in the last fight, but he engaged more, stood his ground more. His counter punches were more clearer, they landed cleaner, and at times I thought he was hurting Beterbiev. Beterbiev, by the way, who started very fast, you know, very fast in the fight, but didn't take a hold of the fight straight away. In the first 3 rounds, I gave it all to Bivol. I felt that he controlled Beterbiev's pressure very well and landed more and the most significant punches as well. So the harder, cleaner, clearer punches. That was the first 3 rounds, and then the 4th round to the 8th round, my guys, was all Beterbiev. As soon he went into machine mode, like I like to call him, he's a machine. I thought to myself, Bivol, it is done. I started seeing glimpses of Bivol in the first fight, going into that panic state, starting to creep in, but not quite there. He took hold of his backward momentum and was not allowing himself gallop so fast on the back foot. Instead, he was more methodical, taking his time, taking steady and coordinated steps, my guys, to reduce the danger in front of him. as he went backwards, and he did it great. Like you said, he came here to do more of what he did last time, and he found that sweet spot where he could, of course, do more by not neglecting his defense, but just finding the right amount of offense as well to to put together on the night, my guys, my people. And that got him the win, my guys. That got him the win. Decision win, my guys, to Dmitry Bivol, who is now the undisputed champion at 175 pounds. That is the light heavyweight division. Got that decision via split decision, my guys, my people. So a great win again, a close fight. Should they go into a trilogy? I do think I saw enough in that fight to see that Bivol has Beterbiev's number now. I think Beterbiev did turn it up a notch, but I think he cannot do more than what he did on that night. Because after I mean, he did come back in the 12th round. He definitely won that 12th round. Definitely. But can he do more than he did on the night? I don't think so. I think Bivol can do more though. That's what I saw. Definitely can do more. And he feels confident that he can do more because of one thing that he said in the post press. He said something about being a true champion, and a true champion should come in the ring with any fight plan and be able to go and pass beyond any pressures that they are facing. And Beterbiev was the pressure on the night, and he passed that test with flying colors, my guys, my people. I think the first loss was hanging over his head, hanging over his shoulders, so a lot of pressure is off. He would walk away with this fight with a lot of confidence, and he's showing it. He's saying he doesn't mind whoever is next. Benavidez, the trilogy with Beterbiev, Canelo. He wouldn't even mind cruiserweight, my guys, my people. But I don't think Eddie Hearn wants that. He wants as many champions in different divisions as possible. So wouldn't want Bivol to go against to fight possibly Opetaia, who I think Bivol beats. Bivol beats Opetaia. Why doesn't Bivol fight Zerdo? That would be a great fight. That would be a great fight at cruiserweight. Why didn't you fight Zerdo and help Eddie Hearn get rid of Zerdo, who I think is going to be Opetaia when they fight? You know, so help Opetaia get rid of the problem of Zerdo at cruiserweight. Take Zerdo's title, and maybe him and Opetaia can unify. They can unify, my guys, my people. For what? Yeah, they can unify. I know the WBC title will still be hanging, but someone needs to get that title. Maybe Bivol can go and get the WBC at cruiserweight, get rid of Zerdo, and maybe him and Opetaia can fight for undisputed at cruiser, my guys, my people. But yeah, with that said, that's all I have for you on this one, my guys, my people. As for the fights that he can land at 175, I think is very obvious at this point, and we need to get those fights, my guys, my people. With that said, that's all I have for you on this one. As always, my guys, do like, do share, subscribe, and of course drop your comments below, and stay super blessed.